Hello everybody, Kyle Collinsworth here. I want to talk about competing against yourself and finding that external physical activity to improve on and compete against every day for yourself. I feel like for most people, the goal is always to lose weight. I want to lose 20 pounds, I want to lose 30 pounds. But the problem with weight is very misleading and misguiding. What I mean by that is you could lose weight, fat, but you could also gain muscle, and on the scale you step on and maybe you've gained 2 pounds. So weight doesn't tell the full story. And also, weight, for me, I just feel like it's not accurate. I remember being a senior in college, and they were like, you know what, you need to weigh 205 pounds because you'll be lighter and quicker. I ended up playing my first year in the NBA and I weighed 222 pounds. That was the weight that was best for me. And I stopped looking at the scale and I just found a weight where I moved well, I was strong enough, and found the balance of strength, speed, and all that stuff. So weight is very misleading. It's kind of unknown sometimes of what is your ideal weight. People put it down on paper, but you don't really know because weight needs to be attached to some physical activity. Are you improving what you can do on a day-to-day basis? Can you do more? And I think that's a key factor to knowing if you're on the right track with weight. And also, like a diet, diets fail because, hey, I lost 20 pounds doing X, then what? Then what am I going to do? So that's something I also don't like. So quick story. After my rookie season, some buddies and I went up the face of a mountain. We just walked up a hike randomly. And we got up to this place where it was kind of flat, like it had a cool view. You know, you looked off the edge. It was beautiful. And it was about, from the parking lot, it was about a mile. So we're like, wow, that was a sweet hike, intense. So the next day we went up again. We take breaks on the way up. And we're like, wow, we should start challenging ourselves to do this every day. So we started going up, and we try to get up as fast as we can. We take a lot of breaks. And a week or so into it, we set a standard and goal of, hey, we are going to do our best not to stop. So we'd try, when we first started, we'd stop like 2 to 3 times because your legs would fill up. You're walking up and you get tired, so you take a break. So we do that. When we first started, we got like 32 minutes. It took us 32 minutes. Then we got to the point where we didn't take any breaks. Like we just kept going. Even if it was super slow, we just never stopped, straight up the face. And then we were getting around 26 minutes. And I had this thought pop into my head. And this is where it comes in to competing against yourself and having some external physical activity to improve on. I had this thought come into my head. I said, hey, Kyle, if you could make it up that mountain in under 20 minutes, you could play in the NBA. So that's, to me, that's the mindset of, hey, if I can do X, I know I'll have to be a certain way. I'll have to look a certain way. I'll have to have the mindset. So that's what I'm talking about. And I ended up getting 19 minutes and 48 seconds in that following season. I ended up playing in the NBA. So that's the challenge I want to give to you guys is set external goals of doing things. Don't worry so much about the weight. So for example, if you could do right now, if you could do 12 pull-ups in a row, what kind of person would you have to be? So think of things like that. If you ran a mile in under 7 minutes or under 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes, you would have to be a certain type of person. So instead of jumping on the scale and worrying so much about your weight, oh, I'm not losing weight, go after an external physical goal and know that, hey, in order to do X, I need to be a certain way. And this has helped me a lot. You know, I set a goal to be able to do 22 chin-ups, this grip, in a row. And I was able to get it. And once I got it, I'm telling you, I just looked a certain way. And I wasn't worried about the scale or anything. So find those things like pull-ups, or maybe do 50 push-ups in a row without stopping. Run a mile under 7 minutes. just find something to do and compete against yourself every day and get rid of the scale. Weight's deceiving, it's misleading. And I always say, once you lose your goal of weight, then what? So that's an idea for me, is just focus on something. Because in order for me to make it up that mountain in under 20 minutes, I had to think, I had to move, I had to look, and I had to be a certain way. And that certain way led me to the NBA. So something for you guys to think about.